Albert Lobo. I am 48 years old. I was a detective with the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department for 14 years. And I've been an amputee since May of last year. I was at home on my days off, and at some point I think I told my son I'm not feeling well, take me to urgent care. And then they had to rush me to the emergency. When they rushed me to the emergency, they said I had pneumonia. And from pneumonia, my vitals started dropping, and things started shutting down in my body. And then sometime in May or early June, my body had sepsis, and at that point they had to do the amputations because my extremities were the first ones that got affected. At this point I was at home, started getting therapy at home. My muscles had atrophied and were tight. They had to do a lot of physical therapy to get all those worked on. Pretty much my life was done. I did not have hands. I couldn't hold on to anything. All these simple tasks that we take for granted, I could not do any of those. And I needed assistance through somebody to help me do all these things.
Once Al got out of the rehab center and went home, I would go visit him as often as I can, would come after work, on the weekends, on my days off, just to say, hey, it's opened up my eyes. It's a different world. It's changed his life, it's changed my life. About 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks ago, he asked me if I could help him or drive him to your Irvine facility in California. I said, sure. So I went over there, and this is where I first saw you guys working with people over there in California, which I was very impressed with. And a couple of weeks later, he says, hey, the people there at Irvine, they have a facility in Orlando. Can you come?
Carlos is amazing. I cannot be more than, I can't mean it. I can't even thank enough for Carlos to be here. Carlos, when I asked him and I told him this, he did not even hesitate for a second. And he said, Al, whatever it is that you need, I'll be there. And he has been, and it's amazing. He has been truly a good friend, someone that I can rely on, someone that I can count on, and I'm truly blessed. Thank you, Carlos. 3 weeks ago, I could not get up and walk, and I was in Orange County in California, and Rick Myers worked with me there, got me up on the second day that I was there, and I took a few steps, after which I was able to stand for half an hour on my own without holding on to a cane or anything, and I stood there and I was just totally amazed. I am now walking. I don't have a cane. I can walk on my own if somebody is standing or watching me. I can balance very well. There's still some weakness on my right side, but as I'm standing up or walking more, it's getting stronger and stronger. And as the days are going on, it's getting better and better. At first I thought I couldn't do anything, I'll be honest. And now that I can see myself even so much as walking, I feel I can achieve a lot more. It gives you a real self-confidence that you don't have when you become an amputee. And you think all is lost. But now that I can do all these things, it's totally a different self-confidence, totally different way of looking at things to say, you know what, if I can do this, there's another step I can achieve. It's just a matter of me figuring out how to do it.
The big problem Hal had was he had never really been taught how to use his muscles, so he was really weak from his accident to begin with, and he also had a lot of problems connecting how to move. So we did a lot of working on the mat, a lot of trunk dissociation, so he wasn't walking like a robot, trying to get a little bit of arm swing going, a lot of problem solving too, because he hadn't pretty much had been taken care of. The first day we got up, I had to really hold on to him, and he was so tight in his hips that I had to literally hold his hips. By Friday, he was walking around the office by himself, so that was a big change.
I would love to go back to work because I love my job, and I always have. I'm sure I may not be out in the street in a patrol car, but I can still go out and do detective work at my desk. But my biggest goal I just want to hold my daughter's hands and walk with her on the beach
Awesome.
and play with her like we used to.